بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام. Today is a very important day. Today will be in the history of Jordan. Today, this meeting in this conference with you guys, with the brothers, and everybody will hear us. Everybody will hear us everywhere in Jordan, in Israel, and across all the world, in America too. I went to Jerusalem in October 2017. I was there with members of Jordanian oppositions to address the conference over there, the dialogue between Jewish and Muslims in Jerusalem. And I spoke with them very candid and very frankly. I spoke about Jordanian situations, about why I came over there. I came over there because Jordanian people start eat from the trash. My tribe, Bani Hassan, and other tribe, Jordanian, eat from the trash now. This is in 2017. And the things get worse and worse and worse and worse. This conference, virtual conference, belonged to the 2017 conference. Today, my dear brothers, in this virtual conference, in this meeting, I will summarize for you the history of the Hashemite rule of Jordan. In particular, the 23 years King Abdullah II has ruled, in which he decimated Jordan and the Jordanian people. Abdullah II, 23 years rule of Jordan has made Jordan an economically, financially, and health-stricken country. Jordan now is really, really bad situation. We have to speak with you guys today and to all the world, across to Jordanian people, to Jewish people. Always, I believe, we need help from the Jewish people. We need to speak also candid, frankly, about this 23 years of his ruler in Jordan. Really, this dictator, king, they have many names in Jordan. They give him, Jordan, many names. They give him names Ali Baba, and they give him Bayan, and they give him many names in Jordan, because he's stealing Jordanian money, his personal and family expenses, and have destroyed the Jordanian government budget. You know those Hashemite family, like 84 people, 84, with all kids and women, all of them 84. They have 15 palaces inside Jordan, just in Jordan. And outside Jordan, they have also many palaces. Each princess or prince born just 1 month or 1 day, he have 50,000 dinar, like $75,000 each month, like salary. I mean, those guys, you know, suck Jordanian money, suck the government budget. He has squandered American and European aid for decades. His personal wealth has bloomed at the expenses of the people of Jordan. This is reflected in Jordanian daily suicide rate. The suicide rate increased now, even in Jordan now, because this suicide rate has increased in Jordan. The government of Jordan, King Abdullah government, make new law, shame law. They call Jordanian, if you want to kill yourself, suicide yourself, go to your house. This is shame, 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 shame. Unbelievable. How's, you know, government push people to kill themselves? This is suicide rate which has increased significantly in recent years due to the hunger and poverty. Additionally, Jordanian unemployment and poverty level have risen dramatically, with now 55% unemployment among Jordanian youth. The Jordanian, they graduate from university, they stay 15, 10, 40, almost they reach 40 years old, and they never get the job. They never get the job. I mean, King Abdullah, he destroyed Jordan. He destroyed Jordanian people. 23 years from his rule of Jordan, he destroyed Jordanian and Jordan. And now I call it Jordan, it's bankruptcy. It's Jordan, it's failed state, bankruptcy states. Done. This is why I have to believe it. Abdullah II has used the global war and terror as an opportunity to develop a strong relation with the West while secretly funding terrorist organizations such as money laundering to Hezbollah. Anyone in Jordan who criticizes his corruptions is punished. Anyone. Now, even now, I have Jordanian now in jail, more than 50 or more than, and back and forth, been in jail because just they criticize him in the clubhouse and the Facebook and the Twitter, and for any reason, especially the young, they call it Jordanian movement, they just put him in jail for any reason. This is shame. And Abdullah II uses psychological torture on Jordan by banning the traveling of Jordan for political reasons and treat them as Satan treats animal in a closed room. This is shame. Anyone who want to just leave Jordan, he want to just go find other country, and he knows this guy's his opposition, or he have some opinion, or he write articles in the newspaper on anything, or criticize him or the government, they banning him from traveling. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. He does not feed them and does not release them to live from the bounties of the other countries. Unbelievable. I mean, inside Jordan, he not feed them or give him a job, and also and other things, he not allow him to travel to other country to find job or just find their way. Example, he prevented former deputy Dr. Ahmed Awaidi Al-Abbadi from traveling to visit his son and new grandson in Germany. Dr. Ahmed Awaidi Al-Abbadi, I mean, famous in Jordan and across Jordanian and across Arab worlds. He speak frankly, and always he have a statement and slogan. Always they said that the journey of the King Abdullah or Hashemite family, it's over. It's over. It's over. And even Ahmed Awaid Al-Abbadi, his family, I mean, all of them educated family, his son and two sons, they live overseas and they have PhD and all the family. And also Dr. Ahmed Awaid Al-Abbadi, he's a professor and he's write all the Jordanian history, and he wrote many books about Jordanian history. This is unbelievable. They ban him from traveling. Ban Ahmed Awaid Al-Abbadi from travel to visit his son. This is shame to the king of Jordan. Abdullah II is the definition of the corruptions and tyranny. His presence in Washington or inside Jordan and or anywhere will spread bad demonic smells that fills the climate of the world. Let's move on. We need to talk about this guy's the king of Jordan. How's he? I mean, his background, or his resume is something wrong with this king since he started when he was a teenager. When he was teenager, he stole from the palace of Queen Noor. Queen Noor, she has palace, and his wife with his late father King Hussein, and he stole all her gold jewelry, King of Jordan. He was teenager. This is by witness from the director of the police in Jordan. His name Mamoun. He's a colonel. And more than also other things we have to discuss. More than 3 billions were stolen from the Jordanian in front of the world, according to the testimony of the World Bank. Yeah, the World Bank issue testimony. There's 3 billion were stolen from Jordanian government money. Nobody, no one in Jordan can steal from even the prime minister or anyone. Only him, because only him. He steal 3 billion from Jordanian money, according to the testimony of the World Bank. More than $200 million were stolen from the Jordanian in front of the world, according to the testimony of the Banadora paper, to buy mansions in the USA and the UK. More than 500 million was stolen from the Jordanians in front of the world, according to the testimony of the Swiss bank. From the Swiss bank, all the scandal. 2021, it was the scandals, the year of the scandal to the King of Jordan. All the scandals, everybody, from the baby in Jordan to the older, to the anyone who knows the king, he's the thief, the king thief. The king, even everybody they know, only him. This is what has been revealed so far about his country, and this is more corruption of it. There is a lot of corruptions, there's not just this one. We have a lot. And he just recorded the land of the state, Jordan land, in his name. He have many things in undercover, a lot of things going on in Jordan. And this time I can't say everything to you guys today. He sold the great wealth of Jordan, such as phosphates, potash, the port, and the lands of Aqaba, and the Jordan airport. Many things. Which country in all the world they can sell their port or the airport or the port? This is like should be, this is asset, should be a state asset. Nobody can sell this asset. The land of Jordan. Shame to King of Jordan. We move on. A letter, even in Washington, D.C. In Washington, D.C., like 2 or 3 years ago, there is a statement coming from Washington Institute of Research and Study, said that more than 3 million, this is like 3 years ago, or 3 years ago, more than 3 million Jordanian citizens want to emigrate from Jordan. What's mean? Now it's more than 4 or 5 or 6 million. Even if anyone can open the airport to Jordan people, nobody stay in Jordan. So just let's say it 5 or 4 million people, as according to the Washington Institute study. 4 million Jordanians want to emigrate from Jordan because they do not trust his corrupt and failed wisdom. And he has become a thief king. This is what mean when 3 or 5 million or 5 or 6 million they want to emigrate. With the people they want to emigrate from their country, this is what we mean. This is study. This is not for me. This is Washington Institute of Research. When 3 or 5 or 6 million want to emigrate from Jordan because they believe that what Abdullah II wrote of discussion of paper to improve democracy is lie, a slander, and failed and false vision. Everybody knows in Jordan, Abdullah, he just make a joke. They call it awraq niqashiyya, discussion papers. It's famous in Jordan. Everybody, this is like 3 or 5 years ago. Discussion papers, awraq niqashiyya in Arabic, and in English, discussions papers. This is joke. This is joke. Even he not write these papers. Even he doesn't know what's going on inside this paper. He just want to play games. It's lie. false visions, and nobody believe him. And there is no implementations for those papers. Joke. This is why I believe Jordan people, they not go anywhere. They believe this king, his joke king, with his paper, discussion paper, they call it. When 3 or 4 or 5 million Jordanians want to immigrate from Jordan, because they believe that Abdullah II says and does not do, and his hobby is just not do nothing. He like to, his hobby is traveling. He's stealing from the Jordanian people. This is just want to make hobby, traveling. Even just like recently, just like this week, he spent more than 15, 16 days in United States. Yeah, I mean, this is unbelievable. Any leader should stay, especially when they have holiday like Ramadan ending fasting. They call it Eid al-Fitr, Eid fasting and Ramadan. All people, all the leaders, and across all the even President Biden, he make party for Eid, the ending Ramadan. This guys, he not for Jordanian. He not pray with the Jordanian. He not make party with the Jordanian. He not stay with the Jordanian to share with their holiday. This is shame. He just like travel hobby. This is shame. This is shame. Really shame. 3 or 4 million Jordanians want to immigrate from Jordan because they believe that Abdullah II has become a living hell under the rule of the unjust king, who does not hear their cries. He not feel their pain. This is why they want to immigrant. They want to leave Jordan. They want to leave Jordan because they not hear their pains. They have pain. They cry all the night. In the south, in the north, the people, they don't have food. They don't have bread. They're begging neighbors to neighbors. This, they not feel their pains. Their pain through their blood, their heart, their tears. Shame, shame to the king. 5 million or more Jordanians want to immigrate from Jordan because they believe that Abdullah is corrupt. Huge, he's absolutely corrupt. Corrupt and high corrupt. It's not small corrupt. I mean, with certificate. He has certificate of corruption and does not want to see his face and his corruption in a corrupt television and media. They don't like to see his face in the television. Even they not people watch even the state Jordan TV because they don't like to see his picture. He always, even they just those guys around him maybe just give him some comment or some, but the Jordan, the people, ordinary citizen, they don't like to see his picture on TV. 3 million of Jordanians want to immigrate from Jordan or more, or 5 million, because they believe that Abdullah II brought them and Jordan humiliations and shame. Humiliation and shame. This is the king of Jordan. 3 million or more, or 4 or 5 million want to immigrate from Jordan because they believe that Abdullah II has lost credibility. Abdullah lost credibility. They don't have any credibility inside Jordan, to the Jewish people, to American people. Everybody's, this is thief. I mean, he don't have any credibility. He's bad. He had bad credit to govern Jordan, to rule of Jordan. Bad credit done. Nobody trusts him in Jordan. Nobody. And always, you know, all the peace prices across from the Vatican, you know, receive it are paid at the expenses of the Jordanian taxpayer. All the peace prices is joke also prices. Shame this is prices. Shame to the Vatican. Shame to the those guys, you know, from Vatican to the Pope of the Vatican. Shame, really shame. You know, why give this guy? I mean, Vatican, they didn't give someone who steals Jordanian money. Shame when somebody steal from his people, and this is a corrupt king. How you give him price? And this is price paid. They give you back behind the scenes. They give you from Jordanian money. Everybody knows that. Shame to the people who give him those prices. This is prices paid, cheap price. Shame, 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 shame. I mean, when the church or the Vatican, I mean, they make party for someone to give him a prize for what? What he did. Shame, shame, shame. This is cheap, and everybody not believe it. 3 or 4 million people, Jordan, want to emigrate from Jordan because they believe that Abdullah has betrayed all the covenants with the Jordanian. They lost covenants of Jordanian, betrayed all the Jordanian. 3 and 4 million of Jordanians want to emigrate from Jordan because they believe that Abdullah II had destroyed the history of Hashemite, especially the history of his late father, King Hussein. You know, we have to say the truth. I mean, King Hussein was, okay. He's not, he's okay. I mean, he destroyed all Hashemite history. This is the king, 23s. He destroyed Jordanian history, Hashemite history, destroy economically Jordanian, and destroy all the picture of the Hashemite family in Jordan and everywhere. Also, when 3 or 4 million people, Jordanian, want to emigrate from Jordan because they believe that Abdullah II, your rule is over. People, they not believe this guy's, no way he stay in Jordan. No way this guy will continue to be king of Jordan. This is, it is long overdue. This is almost done. This is like when Dr. Ahmed Al-Abadi, his trip to Jordan is over. And always I say it's over and should be a long time, should be end of this trip. His trip is done. This is Hashemite family, their trip to Jordan is done. We have to speak and say it clearly. Here I present to you example of bad situation that Jordanian people live in, which are more than million Jordanian citizens are living a bankruptcy and have fled outside Jordan. They called, those guys, they live in Turkey, they live everywhere now. More than 1 million people, Jordanian citizen, they flee the country. They have a bad situation. They have bad check. They have bankruptcy. Their business. They lost their business. They lost their house. They lost their. They lost all what they have in Jordan. They live. Some of them they live in the street in Turkey or other country, everywhere. More than 1 million people bankruptcy in Jordan. More than 16 women are at risk of being imprisoned due to non-payment of bank loan. 16,000 women always threat to be in jail in Jordan because they have loan and small loan, and the loan maybe 1,000, 2,000 from which some fund company, and this fund company related to Queen Rania, and those also been threatening to be in jail because they not pay their payment. More than 5,000 people in Jordan prisons due to non-payment of bank loans. A lot of people in jail. Just to not pay their check. They don't have checks. They not pay their due. They have financially and bankruptcy problems. Every year every year we have something unbelievable in Jordan history, and this is the black page in the history of Hashemite rule in Jordan. Every year the princes of Emirat pay national aid to Jordanian orphans. They pay always, and Jordanian poor people. Prince Mohammed bin Zayed and other Emirat prince, they pay national aid to the Jordanian orphans and poor Jordanian. Abdullah II steal from Jordanian the cost of the milk for their children, and the Prince of Emirat donate to Jordanian children. This is the equations. King steal from Jordanian the cost of the milk, and of their children, and the Prince of Emirat donate every year to Jordanian people. More than 1,700 Jordanian women were released from Abdullah prisons after the UAE princes paid the fines and bank loan that were the reason for their admissions to Abdullah prisons. The Prince Emirat pay to release the woman, 1,700 women. Unbelievable. The history, 1,700 women in jail, in Abdullah jail. Shame. This is shame. This is a black page in the history of the Hashemite rule in Jordan. Unbelievable. How's people, I mean, even this year, Bangladesh donates some money to the poor of Jordan. Bangladesh, which is the country is too far from Jordan. This is situation. This is bad pictures. This is a black page. This is a black picture to the history and the history of Hashemite rule in Jordan, especially to the King of Jordan. If this is, nobody can, believe this. We reach these days in the history of King of Jordan. Abdullah II persuades Jordanian with unjust law to prevent freedom of opinion and to imprison anyone who criticizes him and criticize his corrupt ruler. Anyone say something, jail. Anyone just want to criticize him for any reason, or they follow him for in different way. Laughing stock of Hashemite. I mean, always I say about custodian or guardianship of Al-Aqsa. This is a joke. This is a joke. I mean, always laughing stock of the Hashemite custodianship or guardianship of Al-Aqsa Mosque. Become joke across Jordanian and across all the world. What custodian? What guardianship? For what? For on the carpet Al-Aqsa? He's I mean, this has become a political mockery inside and outside Jordan. And even they call it inside Jordan the Hashemite custodian over the carpet of Al-Aqsa Mosque. It's coming joke. I mean, for what? I mean, people, instead of, I mean, always the rule Islamic fundamentals, or I mean, the Islamic culture, always what we believe in Islamic culture. If you feed someone and give him some food in his stomach, better than you build mosque. Instead of just to buy carpet to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, you have to feed Jordanian people first. Jordanian people first before Al-Aqsa Mosque. Jordanian people, they need food before Al-Aqsa Mosque. Many country Muslim, they can't take care of the Al-Aqsa. Palestinians, they can't take care of Al-Aqsa. Saudi can't take care of Al-Aqsa. But just make this one joke. Just you want to make it, I mean, just across all the world. Everybody laughing from this story. I am here in this conference because Jordanian children need food and bread. This issue is more important than the joke of Hashemite custodianship of Al-Aqsa Mosque. Is it reasonable that whoever claims the Hashemite guardianship does not pray or fast in the first place? Is it reasonable that the one who claimed the Hashemite custodianship is the one who stole the Jordanian and sold the wealth of Jordan, and the Jordanian and registered the state land in his name, and the Jordanian state's debt became more than $50 billion? I mean, who want to, I mean, if you want to claim the Hashemite custodianship, you have to pray first. You not to pray. King Abdullah, he never pray. He never fasting. I mean, this guy is just famous with the drunk alcoholic. I mean, The Hashemite, if you want to, you want to be responsible about Hashemite, guardianship Al-Aqsa, you have to be Jordanian. You have to feed Jordan first, and not to be a thief and steal Jordanian money. This is shame. It's not work. You make your Jordan miserable, and you play with the guardianship or guardianships over Al-Aqsa. It's not work. It's not work. It's become joke across all the world. And even Jordan people said, this is not for us. This is not for us. We need to take care of ourselves first. Take care Jordan first. Jordan first. Jordan people, they need their help first, more than the carpet of Al-Aqsa. The Jordan options, we talk about Jordan options, and we're talking about people scared from Jordan options. I want to explain Jordan options what mean. The final solutions, and to end the 100 years conflict between the Jewish state and the Islamic state. Islamic state, all the Arab state, this is Jordan options. We need to finish. We need to finish the conflict. This is more than 100 years, and people every day fight each other, kill each other. Jordan options, it's not means Palestinian, they will displacing the Palestinians from their home and land. It does not mean displacing the Palestinian from their home and land. Even Israel, 2 months ago, allowed Palestinians to make 1,000, 2,000 new houses, and they allow them to make their house in their land. They need nice people, but who love to live with the deeply with the Jewish state. Should those guys deeply stay and love to live with the other within the deep Jewish state? I want to stress, and I want to repeat this word. Does not mean displacing the Palestinian from their home and land, but rather than they are citizens who love to live with the other within the deep Jewish state. If somebody don't like it, okay, there is other options. Go to New Jordan. We make New Jordan, Jewish state, and New Jordan. If you love a Jewish state, stay with the Jewish state. There is no, from different reason, many reasons, there is no vital Palestinian state to become in the West Bank. Why? Because Hamas destroyed this dream. Hamas responsible, and other who's in the left side, who want to kick all the Jewish in the sea, those destroyed the Palestinian state dream in the West Bank. We have to see very clear. Those guys, Hamas and their sister, jihadists and other people, and those their mind, they have their thought and thinking and their mind inside and their heart. They want to destroy Israel and Jewish people in the sea, and this is unacceptable. Nobody accept this one. This why there is no way to be a Palestinian state in the West Bank. This is dream destroyed by Hamas. In many years, they try all the West. They try Israeli Jewish to recognize Israel as a state. They never recognize it, and they have some in their mind. Always, they never finish. But this dream is supposed to destroy Palestinian state in the West Bank, destroyed by Hamas and their follower. So now we have two options. Jordan options, it means New Jordan ruled by Jordanian from Eastern Jordanian and Jordanian who's Palestinian. Those, all of them, they have one blood, one goal, one life. Their blood share with in many different ways. and they are the same culture, the same mind, the same language, the same everything. They like to live and build their country. They want to live like normal life. And other state, they call it Jewish state, Israeli state, they want to, if you want to love Jewish state, nobody kick you, nobody kick you. So you have two choices, and this is the only option, Jordan option, to solve the whole problem in Middle East. We have to speak very frankly about this one. You have option this way or this way. West Bank, this is Jewish state, no way, because the Palestinian state destroyed by, by Hamas and the dream of Palestinian state. This we have to believe that. Maybe they have a small self-government, they have some different way. We will find out, and in the future, maybe they have federal relations with the Jordan, with Israeli, in the future, we leave it to the future, but the only one. But we can't allow 84 Hashemite to rule our life. We can't 84 Hashemite destroy Jordanian and Palestinian and Jewish Israeli. We cannot let those guys 84 Hashemite to destroy Jordanian life, destroy Palestinian life, destroy Jewish people life. This is for Hashemite. It's over. I speak here from Washington, D.C., from the capital of decision. My letters, my message to the leader of the White House. The only Jordan options, the solutions. Only Jordan option, the solution to solve this, the whole big crisis in Middle East. The only one. Hashemite, it's their term is over. Hashemite term to govern of Jordan, to rule of Jordan is over. Their trip, its end. We have to speak frankly about these situations. To the King of Jordan, it's enough, it's enough. Enough is enough. Your trip, your journey to Jordan is over. We have to see it very clear to you. It's over. You have to peacefully leave Jordan. This is what we ask you. It's enough. You did a lot many miserable to Jordanian, to the Jordanian kids, to the Jordanian food. You destroyed Jordanian food. You destroyed Jordanian factory. You destroy all Jordanians. This is why we need to speak to all the people. Jordanian, they don't need money. They need they need a new political investor. We are the political investor. Before we bring the money with the money investors, we have to call all the world. We need political investor to solve these problems. We are the political investors in Jordan and in the new Middle East. This is the way, and I speak frankly, I wish everybody hear us from Washington, D.C. This is our message to the King of Jordan. Your trip is over. To the capital decision, Washington, D.C., to the leader of the Congress, to the leader of all the world. The only solution, Jordan options. Jordanian, from my tribe, Bani Hassan, 1 million people stand by me with other Jordanian, with Abadi tribes, Bani Sakhr tribes, all the Jordanian people stand side by side with the Palestinian, their brother, to build our country. We have to start from the scratch in Jordan. King of Jordan destroy all the Jordanian potential economically and everything. Now Jordan, they need political investor before we bring the money investor to Jordan. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.